Ryan, welcome to Broker's Playbook. I'm honored to have you on.
Oh, thank you, Simeon. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's always great being a part of the buzz. And to have a conversation with you now is just as great.
I'm trying to put the current state of affairs, what different people are doing in different markets. You have a great influence in the GTA West. You're part of a few markets. Tell me a little bit about where you're at and what you're seeing in the market right now.
So, Revel originated in the Niagara Peninsula. We were very blessed to achieve immediate success in the Niagara area, and I would probably base it on the relationships that we had growing up in a region. Getting to know the community and various business associates and so that really kick-started the growth of Revel. And as we started to expand outside the Niagara region, we started to partner with people who were significant, like influenced in their various communities, and we basically sort of relied on one another. We're very much team-oriented brokerage. Um, we share everything. Every market is different, as you
Of
mentioned,
course.
right? So, today's an example to be a part of a community that you can sort of rely on and grow and become better, and then apply those traits back into your own market. So along the process of 9 years, as you mentioned, we've been very fortunate to team up with good people and sort of apply all these different assets, into our business.
Now you lead the charge as a founder, as a broker owner. You lead the charge for 400 salespeople, our brothers and sisters that are out there every day, meeting with clients, transacting, finding people their homes, getting them their investments. What is the number one fundamental that you're instilling into your sales force, given that we are in a market that's shifted, that's changed?
Right.
In 18 months, everybody's had to rejig their value proposition. What is your number one fundamental right now?
So I've always relied heavily on education and continual learning. As you mentioned, it is a challenging market, but you have to have an open mindset to continue to grow. And we put huge emphasis on day-to-day training, day-to-day education, mentorship. And I think, during a challenging market, we may not see the sales volume as a result, but in time, I think it will happen if we just stay consistent with our training, our education, as I mentioned. I think it's a matter of time. It's just right now I would equate this time period to like a practice session. It's there's a lot of practice going in. The results maybe are not quite showing immediately, but I do believe they will show in the
So
near
the
future.
people who put in the reps are going to get the result at the end of the day.
I totally believe that, Simeon. I've always been a principle of that. I've come from an immigrant family. My parents came to this country with nothing, and every day I saw them wake up and go to work. And there were good times and bad times along their journey. And as a child growing up, they never took a break off from doing the day to day. And I think us as realtors now, if we stay consistent with that day to day and that training and that mentorship, we will get through this time and we will get through it with some flying
What
colors.
what do you think is the number one activity your agent should be focused on that day to day, taking the strategy and the mindset and putting it into actual work? What is the number one activity you feel should be consistently done day after day to get the result at the end of the cycle?
I would probably say shadowing. Shadow the people who have been in the industry, who are experienced, who have seen these tougher times in their experiences, and emulate what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. You see it in sport. Rookies come in and they try to emulate the more experienced players. I think the same application applies in real estate. Whether you're younger, whether you're an experienced realtor that's struggling, surround yourself with people who know how to navigate through this difficult time, and just adopt all their characteristics and apply it to your own business.
I know earlier we were chatting this morning over coffee, and we were talking about volume being down significantly, and as a result, our businesses, all volume is down. And I mean, that's just a hard fact of this current environment.
Mm.
The ability for real estate investors and real estate buyers to get financing, to get what they need to make a deal work, is simply not there. With that being said, your volume is directly on par or higher than on on a balanced scale.
Yeah, yeah.
So based on the amount of deals done, we're still doing the same um, ratio of business as we were or more. I have noticed this in every cycle of up and down that we've gone through because we put in the work. How does a new agent, because I wanted us to focus on that new agent, how does a new agent come to terms the fact knowing that there's less business out there? What kind of mindset are you instilling for patience and for resiliency?
Yeah, definitely patience. To compare this to sport, when you are drafted in any league, it takes time to perform at the highest level. And I think these realtors today, if I can give them any advice, is, and it's unfortunate, during the pandemic and even post-pandemic when the market was booming and realtors who entered the market thought, wow, this is a great profession. TV makes it
It's
look great.
easy.
It's easy. It's fun, and I'm making money. But in reality, I entered the industry in 2007. Most people told me I was crazy to enter the industry in 2007. It was recession time. But what I learned during that time, I would never change for the world because it taught me all the nuances, the commitment, the motivation, the determination. I sat open houses every Saturday and Sunday for 4 years straight. So if I can give advice to realtors now is be patient and invest the time. And the more you invest in something, the less likely it will be for you to surrender down the
And the
road.
better you're going to get at that skill, at that said skill, so you'll know how to capture somebody's information, answer their questions, disarm some of the preconceived notions they have.
Right.
I want to thank you for your insight. I wish you all the best of luck,
Thank you.
and of course the courage to continue putting in the reps every day during this time. I have always been a huge fan of the brand that you have built
Oh, thank you.
and the reputation you have in the marketplace. So I wish you continued success.
Thank you, Simeon. I appreciate being a part of it.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers.